When eating out, request
Hi,
that no
YouTube.
salt be added to your foods during cooking.
Right.
What'd you do?
I'll start talking soon and I don't want to tic tacs if I'm talking.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
You may do that all. Or just what?
Oh, that's right. We weren't going to use Paige again. We're going to use the other one.
Well,
I love Paige, guys. Get over it.
too late.
I only set up recording on my first. Wait for her lyrics to start whenever you're ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second edition of Cobra's Corner's new wrestling show. I'm your host, Chris Hudson, of course, along with Jason Lilly. Again, you can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cobra's Corner, soon to be the Sports Vortex.
Yeah,
Right?
that'll happen over the summer.
Yes, it will happen
That
over the
change
summer.
will happen over the summer.
But
for
we're
start of
starting the
next
transition
year.
now. As always, you can also follow us on Twitter at Cobras_Corner. You can follow me on Twitter at CHudson_22. You can follow Jason on Twitter at JLilly33, Lilley. Check out our YouTube page, Cobra's Corner. We haven't gotten yesterday's show up, but we'll get it up as soon as possible, along with
I get the
today's show.
podcast up though.
He's got the podcast up on cobras-corner.com. As always, we're on 91.3 WDJM in the Framingham area. You can call us in at 508-626-4623. All right, got a lot to talk about today.
Yep.
The card really started to fill out for Mania last night.
We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches, and then the thingy. Because I still don't know how the hell to describe.
Just a nice time and roster filler.
I think that was my exact quote on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was through me or if I tweeted that.
So
through
I
Cobra's
had
Corner.
like massive ADD when I was watching it. So it's the Andre the Giant Memorial
Battle
Royal.
Royal. It's the Andre the Giant trophy,
Trophy. Yeah.
but it's a 30-man.
So it's basically just like bragging rights. It doesn't actually give you any like kind of title match or anything like that.
No, it doesn't.
So it's basically
It's a cheap way to push
so
someone.
it's like King of the Ring without the actual title shot. Just to go, yeah.
Basically, what it's going to be, and how I see it, is I'm just going to pull a name out of the list of people confirmed. The people confirmed for it right now, it's going to be 30
I
men.
know Ryback's in it. And
It's
I know
Ryback, Axel,
Big E's in it.
Big E,
Which means probably means no IC title match.
which is annoying.
Yeah. I figured you could have kept him out and.
I was kind of convinced it was going to be Swagger versus Cesaro versus Big E for the title.
Now it's just looking like Swagger versus
Now it's
Cesaro.
the Swag Cesaro.
Which is fine.
But Kofei's confirmed.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Sendai is confirmed.
I'd love to see him win it.
DZ's confirmed.
I'd also like to see him win it.
I'm pulling for Dolph.
But
looking
look, Dolph for Sandow. Those would be two guys.
I'm looking
that
at
could
the
use it.
list, but I'm just it's basically one of those things where it's a 30-man over
So
the
this
top
is all-
battle royal.
I'm guessing a lot of
filler.
3MB, Santino, the Los Matadores, all those guys.
I'm thinking maybe an NXT guy or two.
Yeah. Just
Maybe Rusev comes up and wins it.
could
Push
see
him
that.
right off the bat. Give him that.
I could see that.
But more what I was saying though is it gives them something to.
Just it's like their Money in the Bank. It's a lot of people.
It's not even
Filling
money in
time.
not even Money in the Bank. More so for post Mania. Hey, look, you and I won.
Well, I know. I mean,
It's a slammy with more credibility.
It's what the show would use the time normally for Money in the Bank, or back in the day would use for Money in the Bank.
Or
That'll be like, even if it's not like a lot like good, it'll be long just because how many people are in it. So that'll probably
It's
be like
30
20 to 30 minutes.
I'm hoping less. Unless
that would be really hard to do. There's a lot of people because in normal Rumble, how does it come out like an actual Rumble?
30 at once. I'm assuming 30 at once because they're not going to have a Royal Rumble match.
Have there ever been that many people in a ring at once?
Yeah.
That's tough.
I'm assuming what they're gonna do is just 30 in the ring.
Yeah, I'm able to move.
That's why I say it will be quick. A lot of quick eliminations off the bat to
It's gonna be a train wreck.
Yeah, but they all get paid. They all get a WrestleMania paycheck.
Sounds terrible.
Of course it is. Hulk Hogan came up with the idea. What were you thinking?
Well, then I'm not gonna take anyone who wins it seriously, though. And wouldn't that be the whole idea?
You would think.
If Dolph wins it, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Dolph, my God, I remember like 3 years ago he won that Battle Royal. Man, I'll be like, that was a cluster F of a match.
Apparently, they want it to be an annual thing.
Oh, God.
Or at least that's how they were describing it on
It's a
Raw.
good concept if they can do it right. But the thing that Money in the Bank always said was credible wrestlers.
See, here's the thing. If they somehow manage to keep it credible...
Which they probably can. They have more wrestlers than we give them credit for.
Because, like, if we just do that thing
I
where
can
we...
see Big Show being in it. And he could be like one of those
Show...
guys. Does Mark Henry have a match?
Nope.
Mark
Henry
Henry
gets in it. Here, I'm gonna open up the roster and then fly through the roster.
Because, we already know the established people in matches, so it'll be easy to see who can be in there or not. Because wasn't technically Cena the first entrant and then he had to withdraw to fight Bray?
Yeah, he withdrew the fight, Bray.
Yeah.
So...
The Usos will probably have a tag match, so they might, unless they can pull double duty, but it doesn't really seem...
Del Rio will be in it.
Yeah, Del Rio will be in it.
I could see Riley being in it.
He's kind of being strictly an announcer now. I don't know, maybe he could.
Rusev could be.
Maybe.
Bad News Barrett.
Yeah.
Big E.
Yeah.
Big Show.
Yeah.
Okay, let's count. Del Rio.
Yep.
Rusev.
Sure.
Rusev's a maybe, just for credible.
Yeah.
Barrett.
Yeah.
Big E.
Yeah, you already said so.
Batista.
Well, no.
I mean, Big Show.
Oh, yeah. R-Truth would probably be...
I'm just going in order.
Yeah.
I'm just going
I'm
in
thinking of
alphabetical
names in
order.
my head now.
Brodus.
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
Hawkins would probably get thrown into it.
Do Sheamus and Christian definitely have a match, you think? Or
I'm saying they do.
Okay, I'm saying they do.
Axel,
Yeah.
Sandow, so that's 10. Can you hold up a finger for 10? So we can keep out.
Brian, not Deborah, Darren Young.
Darren Young. Dolph's in it. McIntyre. Epico.
Mm-hmm.
Goldust. Fandango.
Miz, probably.
One Los Matador.
Yeah.
Kali.
You probably get
Slater.
Hornswoggle as well. You know they will.
Gonna say the Usos have a tag title match. Jinder, so that's 20. Gabriel.
Mm-hmm. I can see a couple legends being in it too.
Kofi, I do too.
Like Lawler might be in it.
So that's 20. We're up to 22.
Yeah.
Kofi.
I can see like a Sergeant
Mark.
Slaughter kind of guy making an appearance.
Mark Henry. Miz.
Piper.
Truth. Mysterio.
Yeah.
Ryback's in it.
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara.
Tensai.
Tensai. Titus. That's
basically it.
That's about basically it.
Without like outside, like maybe if
Tyson, Xavier, Ryder.
like if
Tatsu.
RVD made a surprise appearance. Not saying he will, because it's not likely. But
That's not a good match to put him back in, though.
I don't know.
It'll be a fun little crowd.
Yeah.
No promotion.
Yeah.
Because it's a stupid idea, so they'll do it.
Jericho RVD.
Jericho RVD.
Well, yeah,
just Mania. It's just next match is scheduled for one fall.
Jericho's music hits.
Van Dam comes out.
Okay, cool.
Jericho comes out. What just happened?
Yeah.
No, but like they do have like actual potential to have it be a full
Yeah. And not have it be
and
crap.
not have it be garbage.
Yeah. It's more the format of what it's going to be, other than that.
I'm not disputing that it has the chance to be garbage, but I just think it's funny. So, I have a question for you, and this is just my ADD.
Yeah.
Looking at the roster page, they call Randy Orton on it the WWE World Heavyweight Champion,
Okay.
and then only have the image of the WWE title. How long do you think that till they either
Surprised they haven't
unify
got rid
or
of it
drop?
Well, it's when they unify it, it's just gonna be they're just gonna drop the world heavyweight.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Is how long do you think before either they? I meant to say de-unify, so separate.
They should have done it by now. I mean, how long do they unify? Like the name of it? You mean? Like so it's just WWE champion?
I mean, either have it be the WWE champion and just one belt, or when I say de-unify, I mean go back to WWE and World Heavyweight.
That won't be for a while if they ever do it, because they'd look stupid if they just like 2 months from now it's back to being this, because obviously it wouldn't be that short anyways.
How long do you think SummerSlam is a good point to unify the mid cards?
Yeah, it's nice. That's like a good secondary main event to have if they really want to.
Because the Shield breaks up at Mania, Ambrose holds the title, Big E's still champion, heel face. They're perfect.
Yeah, hate Biggie.
I know you do. He's funny on Twitter. He comes off with weird charisma.
If he like translated that to the ring, maybe.
Because he has weird charisma.
I know, it's really weird.
I get it.
He's like
He's Cena's training partner.
The first time I ever heard him speak when he was with AJ and Dolph, I wanted to cry.
I know you did.
I wanted to cry
I know.
because I heard that. I'm like, I can never unhear what he just said. The most awkward delivery ever. Nothing. I don't know. He's big and he's what he's seen as training. I don't know. I just don't like him. But anyways.
They have AJ twice. Oh no, because she's first alphabetically, so it just looks bad.
Oh.
Because she's first alphabetically, and they start with the champions.
Oh, okay.
So I thought they had AJ twice.
Oh.
So I'm gonna start with this. Why do they have to break the Shield up? Why does that seem like a good idea? Can they just stay together?
They're doing a good job booking it though, so I'm not even.
Oh, they're doing a phenomenal job booking it.
I'm not even mad about it.
See, I'm mad about it because every week they either have a tag match or a 6-man tag match,
Really good.
and it's always the match of the night.
Yeah.
The Shield Brotherhood was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
can we just not break them up?
It's everything has to go. I threw like a temper tantrum when I was a kid and Evolution broke up. Like the first time
Yeah.
when they kicked out Orton, I was so upset because it was my favorite stable ever, and I'm just like, because I could tell like when they kicked him, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be gone in like a few months, and I was like, no, I grew up with Evolution. Don't do this to me. Like if I was that age now, I'd probably be like heartbroken with the Shield breaking up.
Oh yes,
But like now that I'm old, just be like, it happens.
See, I look at it like this. They're building, and I've never seen them do this successfully, and they're doing it right now, where they have a 3-man team, where they split up, and they're all, what's that word? Relevant.
Yeah.
Relevant. That's the word I'm looking for. Reigns over under the universe and back as his ceiling. I have the over. Like, now how the phrase is he'll be pushed to the moon. The galaxy isn't big enough for how far I feel Reigns
pushed
has.
to a moon and not our moon.
It's gonna be a moon. It's just not that one.
It's a moon we haven't discovered yet.
Seth Rollins has been more vocal lately, so that's good for him.
I like they've been doing stuff because you could always tell like before that he was like the forgotten guy.
Yeah.
More or less.
Which always sucked because usually he was more of the worker.
Exactly. It's kind of hard to have him be the forgotten guy because all 3 of them are stars. So you don't want him to come off.
That's why I like that they
poorly.
had him being the guy.
He was like, "Come on, guys, get your crap together. We're supposed to be a team."
Well, no, not even that. I meant
Walking out
last
'cause-
night
Yeah.
for Raw,
Uh-huh.
where they were doing that backstage promo with Kane,
Yeah.
and Seth was the one who was like, "Oh, really, Kane? Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know you lost to Bryant, right?
Yeah.
And then got knocked out by Show. You sure that you're just not mad at us? You sure you're not disposable?"
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was nice to have them give Seth, like, a credibility boost right before they break up.
Yeah.
Because Dean's been champion since October.
Reigns is Reigns.
Reigns is all set to be Cena.
Yeah.
And then Seth is, I want to say, the one who's lost in the shuffle. But if anyone's going to get lost in the shuffle from the group, it would be Seth.
He has the lowest ceiling, which isn't saying much, but he just does.
Which is sad.
Not really his fault. I mean, it's not like his ceiling's going to be low. He's just the lowest of them.
Yeah.
which is still really high.
Because with the exception of for male wrestlers on NXT, I have him having like the highest ceiling of even those guys.
Yeah.
Because he has a Jeff Hardy like feel to him.
He has the ability to be a high flyer, but can also, it doesn't define him. He can also have like a regular.
A young Chris Jericho.
Yeah, exactly. He's
And
like
that is a huge.
he literally
compliment.
he's like a Jeff Hardy because he's not as high flying as Hardy, but he's probably a better actual wrestler than Jeff
Young
Hardy
Edge
is.
and Christian.
Yeah,
They had their high flying
it's like
spots.
it's like if you took Hardy and Jericho and really put them together,
Yeah.
which is nuts if you think about it.
Yeah.
And those are two future Hall of Famers.
We're huge wrestling nerds, which is how we have this show. And Jericho is one of our favorites. So when we're comparing someone to Jericho, that's
Good
a
compliment.
huge compliment. Because how sexy was that finisher? That finish last night by Seth.
That was awesome.
Powerbomb into the corner to that jumping stomp.
Yeah.
Like that just looked pretty.
Yeah.
I said this to Sarah. I'm like so basic, so pretty.
Yeah.
Because like it on paper, that seems like a stupid finisher, or it seemed like a stupid finish. Then you just watch it, and it's like actually no, that was pretty.
It kind of reminded me of like what Caval would do
Yep.
when he would just because he did like the jump off the top rope and just step on you. It just
That stomp.
when I first saw him do it, I'm like, that was a dumb finisher. But I'm like, the more I'm like, that would really hurt.
That would really hurt.
He's, like stomping right into my sternum from like the top rope. I know it's not the same, exactly the same thing, but it's just what I thought of when I saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Cesaro does that now.
Yeah.
He does it from standing, not the top rope, but
Yeah.
Cesaro pulls that one out, the double stomp.
Yeah.
I was mad we didn't get a Cesaro match last night.
I know.
Damn,
we
you
got
swagger.
Cesaro, but we didn't get a match. It was depressing. I love Zeb Coulter.
I love
He
Zeb.
just makes me laugh.
I really hope that when the Real Americans split, that Zeb stays around.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be with Cesaro or Swagger.
just
Just
anywhere.
someone.
Just give him a role that he's on TV.
Can he save McIntyre?
That'd be cool.
Because who would be a fun one to put him with?
Well, would he have to change his entire gimmick, you'd think? Yeah, he probably would. So he'd just be like a manager.
He'd just be the manager.
McIntyre would be good. Nice.
McIntyre would be fun. There isn't really anyone who needs saving. Hawkins, but that wouldn't. Ryder. But Ryder has too much charisma on his own.
Yeah, that ship's kind of sailed already.
Has it?
I think so.
I played that video for you yesterday. It was the first time I saw it too. Ryder has his new
Show.
YouTube show.
Yeah.
He had the original Z True Long Island story, where it's okay, either you're gonna use me or you're gonna fire me, but I'm gonna force your hand one way or the other on this.
Mm-hmm.
He just released a show the other day, and we watched it yesterday, called Last Resort, where it's just that. It's his last resort. Either you're gonna push me again or you're gonna fire me.
Yeah, fire him.
But I'm gonna go out swinging, and you're not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get screwed like this.
Here's how I see it. And whether we like it or not, this is how I look at what WWE thinks. They gave him his moment in the sun with the whole Cena Eve thing. It wasn't a huge push. It was a push enough because he was
No,
US
it
champ.
was no push. They put him on camera and then had him be.
He got pushed off the stage in a wheelchair.
He was Eve's and Kane's.
I know, but he was relevant to the storyline because Cena was involved. So that just made it look
He was
bigger than it was.
used as a.
That's what they wanted to do. That's all they were. That's the best he's gonna get.
He deserves better than that, though.
I am not disputing that, but the fact is they're not going to give it to him, and if he's gonna, it's only a matter of time. I feel.
How great is that? Just list of names in a row, off the roster page.
Where's Punk still on there? Like I know
Because
it's
they
because
don't
it's.
want him gone.
I know, and it hasn't been that long, and his contract's still there, but there's always I don't know. It's just depressing.
Back to Ryder though. No, I could see Ryder getting a second push.
I don't see it. I'd like to see it. I don't think I see it. I don't see it though.
See, here's the thing. If he... Because in the Last Resort video, it was, yeah, this isn't going to be your happy-go-lucky Zack Ryder from Z True Long Island story. No, I am bitter, and I'm going to make it known that I'm bitter.
Yeah.
And he came off that way, as a more serious character.
Yeah.
He still had the woo 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 you know it catchphrase, but he's just had this like
Edge to him.
this second edge to him. I think it was the leather jacket that did add a lot to it. But he came off as like a more serious character. And if that can translate to on screen and they give him a chance, I'm not saying a big chance, I could see it. Because he's always been a great worker. He's never been bad in the ring.
No.
Which is saying a lot considering how many people get pushed who suck in the ring but have character. Ryback doesn't have character, he's just big.
That's what I was thinking, like, Ryback doesn't really have that much character.
No, he doesn't have character, he's just big. Like, some people could argue
Ryder, go grow like 6 inches, get a lot of muscle on.
No, he doesn't have to grow, he only needs to grow like an inch or two.
Yeah.
Wear some, like, bigger wrestling boots, like something, Ryder. Well, no, because more that means, like, people make the argument that Bray's not good in the ring. He's just amazing with the promo.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with it, but that's some argument people are making.
He's not like the best wrestler by any means, but he's definitely good.
Oh yeah, and again,
he doesn't need to be. Either.
I'm on that camp. Yeah. I'm in that camp with you, where it's like he's not dull,
his character doesn't need him to be like the most technically sound guy.
Which helps,
because you know what I mean. When you just look at him, he doesn't really look like a wrestler, so you're not gonna. That's not what you're gonna get from him.
All right, take 2. I'm gonna call this close enough because it has to do with TNA.
Oh, the King Mo.
King Mo vs. Rampage confirmed for Bellator's first ever pay-per-view event on May 17th.
Did he ever do anything with TNA?
Mo was on.
Because I know when they first announced it.
He was on like twice.
But I mean, he never actually wrestled for him.
No, none of them have.
I know. Well, I know that, but he was one when he was supposed to.
Technically,
was Rampage supposed to?
Rampage was too.
Did he just not do it, or Bellator not let him?
He wasn't comfortable yet.
Because I feel like Bellator would have known that before because they work with TNA.
No, he
just wasn't.
Rampage is a wrestling fan, which benefits him a lot because he was able to go, you know what? I can't do this.
That whole thing with him and Tito was awful. It was awful.
Are you referring to TNA or
everything.
The MMA feud?
Well, everything, but especially TNA, because they were just so forced and awkward. I hate when they do things like that, because it makes no sense. Like, the forced celebrity involvement that don't have any place. Like, they're not as bad because of what profession they are, but it's just annoying.
It's bad to the profession,
because you could just use that spot for a wrestler on your roster who could use that kind of rub. Because if you just took like a younger guy and put him in the Mafia or aligned him with aces and eights,
like Magnus.
Yeah, well, exactly.
No, and that's my point though. Is it worked wonders for Magnus? That set Magnus off.
Why waste that spot on Rampage, who has no future in your company?
Because it's
just to get.
You know what bugged me?
I know why they did it, but they could have used him for something else and still use that spot for someone else.
You know what really bugged me with the Rampage part of that whole thing?
Yeah.
They didn't have him dressed in a suit.
Yeah, he just dressed in like a tank top and his chain.
It was a shirt.
Yeah.
His thick chain and camo army pants.
Yeah, it didn't fit anything like the Mafia's style.
Like, if he was aces and eights, that would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
But it just seemed so forced.
The Tito one was even worse. Like, because he had the stupid, like, tease for it, and everyone knows what it is, and it's just so dumb, and he comes and does absolutely nothing. Because he just stands there with his arms crossed and, like, says, like, a word, and he just...
No, I think he just went like this.
He just stood next to Brooke for, like, the entire, like, every, like, promo. And this was, like, at the very end of, like, Aces and Eights, so he didn't even have time to do anything before he left.
Yeah.
It was a waste of time. But I'm not surprised it's TNA. What was I expecting?
Whoa, so TNA messed something up?
Yeah.
Whoa. No more faith in ROH to do something.
It's like they brought back Pac-Man Jones for that one night.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Like, it wasn't bad enough the first time, so you thought it was a good idea to have him one more time? Like, I guess it was just for one night, so it wasn't that much of, like, harm.
Guys, it's a good idea?
Who thought that was a good idea?
Guys, I have a good idea. Let's sign Adam Pac-Man Jones. Yeah, but he can't have physical contact. Beautiful, we'll give him the tag title.
Yeah.
What? What? So wait. I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correct. So you're telling me we're gonna sign Adam Pac-Man Jones, team him with R-Truth, who already has 1 foot out the door.
No, it's okay because you have Conscientious Creed, and he can do all the wrestling for him.
Kid's like 17.
It's okay. It's okay.
Does he even know who Adam Jones is?
I don't think any wrestling fans they knew who Adam Jones was.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That whole storyline was painful. No, we're gonna have him have a tag match. We're
not-
just gonna have
it-
R-Truth, and we're gonna have him fight the Dudleys.
It was slightly better than when TNA tried to have the Jersey Shore feud.
That was painful. That was painful.
That was like the low point of TNA, and I say that, and I'm serious. Like that's impressive, when that's the low point in TNA. Because if that's not a cry for media attention, I don't know what is.
I think my favorite part was the ratings didn't even
No,
flutter.
no.
See, if you're gonna do something like that, that would be a good idea. Cross-promoting with something on your channel. Like Bellator's, like the cross-promotion with Bellator.
There's no like shows like that on Spike TV though.
I know, but and that's my point though,
Yeah.
is if you're gonna cross-promote...
Spike TV's a really bad channel.
It is. It is.
Because none of the... They don't have, like... The theme is, oh, it's a channel for men. Okay, fine. But
Men...
it's so...
I use this as a very broad, sweeping term for their definition of men.
Yeah. It's like
Their
the,
style of
it's
men-
the overly macho,
Their style of
obnoxious...
men don't watch TV though.
Yeah.
Like that, like... "Grr." Like, dude! What's up, bro?
Like, that style of man is more like a caricature of a man than an actual, like...
yeah, like
an actual, like, percentage of men. It's just what people perceive some people to be. And then when they watch it, they just laugh because of how unrealistic it
how
is.
unrealistic their television
It's like
is.
it's almost like it's a parody network, but it's an actual
It's
network.
an actual network. Like, if that was something Comedy Central was doing,
Yeah.
everyone would be okay with it.
Yeah.
But when you look at it and go, wait, that's your actual broadcasting? Like, that's your
Yeah.
actual plan.
Exactly. It's dumb.
Like, I'm not knocking the shows, but like, 1,000 Ways to Die, how did that become a show that has a regular time slot?
that one didn't even bug me as much because that one was just kind of like.
That was the first one
slightly
that popped
interesting.
into my head.
The worst one was like Mansers or something like that because that one was just
Mansers,
stupid.
that was that one.
It was
that
just-
was the one I was thinking
It was
of.
just so dumb.
And that's like, you don't have, it's genuinely, and I use this, that's the kind of television you leave on in the background when you're sick.
These are the kind of shows you play at like 4 in the morning when no one watches. This isn't a show you like anchor a lineup
A
around.
lineup around. And that's what they do. Like, I'm gonna pull up Spike TV's TV lineup right now.
God. The only good show in there is Bar Rescue. That's actually a good show.
I haven't watched it, but I get it.
Good show. That's the only show I can say is good. That's including TNA.
I do not watch Bar Rescue
Okay. Fair.
or shows of that style,
Yeah.
but I get it completely.
It's a good show. It's not a great show, but it's good. It's watchable. I watch it.
And I get that, and I'm like I said, it's not my style of show, but I get it completely.
Mhm.
Like Ink Master.
Yeah, I don't like this kind of shows. There's like way too many tattoo shows. But I mean, people don't like tattoos, so I guess it works.
Full schedule. I'm on their website now.
Okay.
Right now, Tattoo Masters is on.
They have more than one tattoo show. That's bad.
Yes, they do. They have Tattoo Nightmares, then a marathon from 10 to 7 at night called Ink Master.
God.
Then they switch to a movie documentary called Tattoo Nation.
What the heck is this, Tattoo Day? Jeez.
It is. Every show on their lineup today is about tattooing.
I hope it's like National Tattoo Day.
Well, it continues till 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Like I knew they had a couple tattoo shows, but I didn't think it was the entire lineup.
Their entire lineup today is all tattoos. Their entire lineup until 6 p.m. with the exception of a random episode of CIS New York. Then it switches over to Cops. then Jail, then Bar Rescue.
I only know Jail because it's the show that always leads into TNA.
It's TNA. Flipping over to Thursday.
Terrible.
Okay, here are the filter by shows. There's 1,000 Ways to Die,
Which doesn't even make new episodes anymore.
Auction Hunters,
Okay, that's a rip.
not my kind of show,
Half,
but it's
but half their shows are rip-offs of just other
I know.
shows. Because that's just a rip-off of Storage Wars.
which was the better show.
Yeah. And that wasn't even that good.
It was good enough.
It was okay.
It's good enough.
It's good enough.
Again, it's great background noise.
Yeah.
Bar Rescue, which we can
Good
agree
show.
on.
Good show.
Bellator MMA.
I don't watch Bellator.
I barely watch Bellator.
Yeah.
What's that say?
Yeah.
Then Cops,
Okay.
which hasn't made. I don't think they've made a new episode since.
I think they do.
Do they still make new
They
episodes?
still make new episodes.
How?
It's just on an awkward. It's like Saturday nights, like 6 on Fox.
That's fair.
It's not like they've been going forever.
Then there's a show called Entourage,
Right.
which I think's their big show,
Yeah, but they didn't even. That's just an HBO show. They just play reruns of, anyways.
but it's still their big show.
Which is bad 'cause it's not even original programming.
Yep. Impact. Impact Wrestling.
That's what they really hang their hat on, which is bad.
Yeah.
That and Bellator, like we got these, and like no one cares. We're just a knockoff of UFC and WWE. Nobody cares.
Ink Master.
Okay.
Jail. A show called Power Nation.
No idea what that is.
Neither do I. I'm looking it up now. Repo Games.
Okay.
Tattoo Nightmares.
Okay.
Thrift Hunters.
Come on.
World's Wildest Police Videos.
I'd watch that.
Their main
I would watch
shows.
that. Those are funny. Come on, guys. Come on, Spike.
I have no idea what Power Nation is.
I haven't heard of that.
I haven't either.
I like I watch Spike a lot, but still, I heard every other show basically.
Power Nation. Auto Enthusiast.
Alright.
So it's a car show.
Yeah, okay.
But that's what that's their TV programming.
Ugh, cars, tattoos, jail.
Tattoos, cars!
Man, Spike.
Manpower! I highly recommend anyone listening to this to go back and watch this segment on the YouTube video later. Just watching me and Chris make grunting noises and like arm gestures.
Yeah. So anyways, we should go back to wrestling though. So TNA.
Oh, you know that moment I just had because we're making arm gestures and noise? How awful and painful was that pose off between Hogan and Cena?
That was bad. It was to be expected, but it was bad.
See, I love the tweet from Creative. Of course, Cena would go out there and use perfect bodybuilder form.
Yeah.
That was just... Watching those two, it was like, oh, that's right, this is why I hate wrestling sometimes. I'm watching this, I'm like, I don't get how Hogan's still over.
I get it. He's just an icon.
Listening to Hogan, it was like, wow.
He's probably the most important. He's probably the most important wrestler.
I know,
ever.
it's just, he talked, and then he opened his mouth, and he instantly sounded dated.
Yeah, I know, but it's you have to, you know, you don't watch him because of what he's saying. You watch him because of who he is.
Yeah, but when
I know
when like the New Age Outlaws, and by that I mean Road Dogg, opens his mouth, he doesn't sound dated.
because his heyday wasn't as long ago.
Yeah, but like
He was late '90s Attitude Era. That's what everyone remembers more than the golden era of like '84 and like '90.
I know, it's just a matter of.
Because Hogan sounded cheesy when he was in his prime anyway.
This is true. Hogan is just cheesy.
But that's what made him endearing when you were younger, because he was always playing to the kids anyway.
Cena.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference. Cena just sounds stale.
Well, it's because his character really hasn't changed much.
Hogan always sounded cheesy. Cena just sounds stale.
Yeah.
Because when Cena first turned face, and was the face of the company, I had no issues with it.
Yeah.
He didn't bug me at first. It was, about a year into the face turn where he didn't even change his, anything. With the exception of his shirts.
Not really. No.
No.
He was Thugonomic Cena. Oh yeah, he was regular Cena when he first debuted.
He was Ruthless Aggression.
He was Thugonomic Cena. When he won the title, he transitioned into like Marine promoting Army Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Then he turned into like Chain Gang Soldier Cena, and then eventually he just turned into what he is now and what he has been for like the past a lot of years. Just that
Since what, like
since like 09, 08, 09. I think 07 was like just at the end of his Chain Gang thing. When he came back from his injury,
when he
at the
came back
Rumble,
from his injury,
is a good starting point, I think.
Yep, I'll give you that first one.
So 08 up.
He
So
hasn't changed his gimmick.
the past 6 years.
He hasn't added anything to his character in 6 years. Then
Hasn't needed to. He knows he can do no wrong in their eyes.
But see, here's the thing. I'm not saying that he needs to like completely re-change his character. I'm not saying he needs to like.
He just needs to give it little tweaks.
Just.
But the thing, usually you do that when things aren't working. But he knows no matter what, he's going to be the face. He's going to have total control.
But
of
I mean, I look at it like this, and I'm just going to pull a couple names out.
Mhm.
Undertaker.
Okay.
He's had the same character, knew it was going to get stale, came back as,
Big Evil.
Big Evil on the motorcycle, and like completely changed his gimmick, and then went back to it.
Yeah.
Orton, he's always been like the Viper and the Sadistic, but he goes through waves of the Sadistic.
Yeah.
Where he just picks up the intensity. Punk never changed his gimmick. Ever.
He just was
After
more,
the SES.
He was just more vocal about it.
He was just more
After,
vocal.
yeah.
And that's what it is with Cena, where it's like you're the same thing. And like what bugs me the most is like I look at his promo last night with Bray.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the line Bray said?
No.
That one line? I love this line. I tweeted this one out. If you look up to me, I am your friend. If you look down at me, I'll be your enemy. If you stand and stare at me in the eyes, I am a god. Cena decided to make a jingle to cater to the Memphis crowd and be corny.
Yeah, like he always
And
is.
that's what bugs me with Cena. It's like, you understand Bray's character, right? You know what he's trying to do. Can you at least work with him a little bit?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's always bugged me about Cena, where it's like, this is my character.
I'm not gonna adapt.
I'm not gonna
change. I'm not gonna, be different depending on the situation. It's like he literally has a script, and no matter what happens in between, he can't deviate from it. So it just sounds awkward because he's committed to saying what he prepared for.
See, which kills me, because like I look at what he did early in the year when they were up in Seattle. And they had it was Orton and Cena preparing for the big match, and the crowd tried to hijack the segment with Bryan.
Yep.
And Cena got Bryan involved, catered to the audience for a minute, and then went back to the promo.
Yep.
I'm like, you can do that seamlessly, but you have Bray, who, with the exception, the only heel right now who can touch Bray on the mic. And if you disagree with me, that's fine, because I'm going on a limb with this, is Stephanie.
No, I like Stephanie. She's been doing well.
She's been doing well. But the only person who can touch Bray on the mic right now is Steph. And his promos are so, out there, you have to work with it.
Yeah, it's not your usual kind of thing. It's a little more unique.
It's unique, and you have to roll with it. And then Cena makes, a music joke for Memphis crowd to laugh and giggle at.
Yeah.
It's like...
Because it just takes away from what Bray just said.
Takes away...
He undermines the credibility.
That line, honest to God, has been one of my favorite lines on Raw. It just... The way Bray delivered that was just beautiful. And it had so much emotion out of it. Because I'm going to say it one last time, because it was just a really powerful line by Bray. If you look up to me, I am your friend. If you look down at me, I'll be your enemy. If you stand toe-to-toe and stare me in the eye, I am a god. Hey, boy! No, I'm gonna make a music joke! Like, that's what happened on Raw last night. It's like, there's a difference between, like, certain scenarios. Like, if Daniel Bryan tried to be funny during that the hashtag Occupy Raw segment,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Cena tried to do that crap in a feud with, like, The Undertaker right now? Taker delivers, like, this dark promo, and Cena's like, "Hi, guys!"
Yeah. Well,
And that's just what bugs me, is because they're trying to clearly push Wyatt hard, and then Cena refusing to, like, tweak his character even slightly is just undermining what's come out of Bray's mouth.
I still think some of it's not in his control, because I think especially Vince, he knows what he has with Cena. It's not worth to take the chance to change that.
Even
it's
if,
worked out for
because
him.
here's all I'm saying though.
'Cause I don't think it's as much Cena's not willing to change as it is they don't want him to change because he's their cash cow.
Well, first things first, Cena's already said he never wants to turn heel because of Make-A-Wish.
Okay. That's fine.
And, like, that's fine. But, like, you can't tone it down for, like, let's call it 4 weeks.
Oh.
Hell, I even look back at, like, Roddy Piper, who I love Hot Rod. For gimmicks and persona, he's one of my favorites all time.
Yeah.
When he had this WrestleMania match with, I'm drawing a blank on who it was. He was always, Crazy Hot Rod. And, like, right before it, he was the dark and serious
Yeah.
Hot Rod, Roddy Piper.
See, but I think it would be more jarring if someone like Cena did something like that because he's such an established identity. It would come off as more confusing than awesome.
Well, see, here's what I'm saying though, is I'm not saying
Especially for
like,
kids. Because, like, you brought up the example of Taker transitioning to a different kind of character. I think it's always a little different with people like that because they aren't...
See, but more what I'm saying though with Cena is like, I don't need him to go from like I said, The Undertaker to American Badass on the motorcycle. But like, Punk, I think, is a great example. Where it's just like, okay, I am now feuding with Cena. So I'm going to say more outlandish things. Alright, I'm with Del Rio, so now I'm going to be more snarky and funny. And just like, he's still the same character,
I know
but
what you mean.
he works with what he has in front of him.
Yeah.
Where Cena, I like how you worded it. It's like, here's your script, go.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. But it's at the point where I can't really... You just have to accept it at this point. It's who he is.
It's just annoying.
I know.
Because, like, if they just had Cena... Because I want to love Cena. And by that, I mean he's the face of the company and I just need to accept it.
I admire him.
I do. Greatly. Because no one works harder than him.
Yeah, I see those... It's annoying, but I can work with it just because I've accepted that already.
See,
and it's still
it's
frustrating because you wish you could just...
And it's more that. It's just frustrating.
I know. But...
Because, like, look at how many people have gone through gimmick tweaks.
Yeah.
Not changes, just tweaks. And it's helped wonders for them.
Yeah.
Hell, look at the Shield.
Yeah.
Their gimmicks changed since they got there. They're still the same guys. They still do the same things.
Yeah.
It's just it's been tweaked.
Like, the one guy I can think of who didn't really change his gimmick too much, he switched from heel to face, but was kind of into Stone Cold.
Yeah.
His wasn't drastic, but even someone like The Rock kind of changed his a little bit.
I think Rock is a better example for Cena.
Because, well, I think Stone Cold stayed the same more than The Rock did.
Yeah, but...
Because The Rock kind of...
I'll give you Austin.
That later part...
But see, here's why I say...
Because that later
Austin.
feud with Austin and, like, that Goldberg thing with The Rock, that was, like, a different Rock than... like, late 90s, early 2000s Rock. And you could see the difference. I mean...
I'll give you that.
Not even the fact that he just looked a little different, but just the way he... Just the way he delivered his promos, his music was different. He just had, like, a different feel to him. Stone Cold... he definitely didn't need to change because he's, probably my favorite wrestler of all time, but he just never really changed a lot because he didn't need to. But his character was so crowd-pleasing anyways, no one would have wanted him to change.
I think a good example for like what I want to happen to Cena.
I think people expect and want him to pull a Hogan and just drastically
I'm not saying I want him.
That's what people want him to do, but they have to understand that's not something that's going to happen a lot. And even
I'm
if
not
it did,
saying I want
that
him
wasn't
to turn
even
heel.
WWE who did it.
I'm not even saying I want him to turn heel.
Yeah. I don't think
he can stay face.
Because I don't think WWE would have ever turned Hogan heel. When was Hogan ever heel for WWE? Only when he came back as the NWO for like a month.
Because know what it is with Hogan?
Because after that he wasn't heel for any of the other
Hogan.
times.
Because know what it is with Hogan, especially for WWE purposes, he's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
As a face.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's interesting because Hollywood Hogan was really fun. Like he wasn't.
Oh yeah.
He's never gonna have.
I liked Hollywood Hogan better.
Yeah. He's never gonna have as
Hulk
much.
Hogan.
Well, I did too, but WCW was terrible at booking, so it kind of ruined the fact.
True.
But
Beginning of it though.
yeah, the beginning of it was good, but it's never gonna have the impact. Like it's obviously overshadowed in his career by regular Hulk Hogan, and WWE knew that, so they're like, we're gonna bring you back in as NWO because there's no really other way to explain it when we bring you in. But what did it take? They debuted it No Way Out in February, and by the end of March he was back to regular Hulk Hogan. After his match with The Rock. So
Yeah.
he was face all the way through except for like a month stretch.
Yeah.
Because in the second feud with The Rock was the heel in it, not Hogan.
Yep. Because the second time through.
Because then the lights went off in the match and he came back and whatever it is, this is a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember
Rock
the setup. Rock bottomed. And the
Because
Rock
the
like
crowd-
spit in his face and all that.
Yeah, because the crowd was cheering for Hogan and not Rock the first time.
Yeah.
And that angered The Rock. And that led to one of my favorite promos ever.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when Rock cut the infamous Toronto promo.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I came back here, and this is where I wanted to do it, guys. In Toronto, Canada. Toronto explodes. And I think this is why when I refer to him as Rock and Dwayne, this is Rock.
Yeah.
Where it's like, for Toronto, Canada, crowd pops. Have you guys ever heard anyone say your name before? Yay! Hooray! He said Toronto! That's where we live! We live in Toronto and he said our name!
Yeah.
It's like, I want that back.
Yeah.
Why does Dwayne have to be Dwayne and not Rock? I really like Rock. I really hate Dwayne.
I didn't mind. Gwen.
I don't like Dwayne.
I know you don't.
I don't like Dwayne.
It was a different time. Everything looks better back then.
Were you at the Tooth Fairy Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Were you there with us?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if you were there with us.
Okay.
I loved that.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I heard them say Tooth Fairy behind us. I'm like, I'm in on that.
Yeah. We're just like, is that Tooth Fairy shit?
That's
Okay.
Tooth Fairy shit. That's a Tooth Fairy shit. I am with you guys.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what we're referring to on that one, Raw, right before WrestleMania, their first time, right?
28, yeah.
Right before WrestleMania 28, they were at Raw in the TD Garden, and me, Chris were there, and so was my mom and sister. The guys, the row behind us, were pro Cena, or at the very least, anti-Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the boat I was in. I don't know if I was necessarily pro Cena, but I was anti-Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys behind us just start chanting Tooth Fairy
Yeah.
at The Rock.
Yeah.
Because that movie was awful and embarrassing for everyone involved.
Yep.
And I hear the guys behind us start chanting Tooth Fairy, and without hesitation, I heard them say it about 3 times. First one caught my attention. I'm like, did they just chant Tooth Fairy? Yeah, no, they did. Oh, no, I'm in that. I'm gonna chant Tooth Fairy with them. Mm-hmm. And then when Cena acknowledged it, I think that was wonderful.
Yeah.
We had like our entire section chanting Tooth Fairy at Dwayne. I loved that.
That was awesome.
That was great. Alright, so I just caught the clock. We have about 10 minutes before we're off the air.
Mm-hmm.
Figure let's get back to WrestleMania really quick.
Yep.
Talk about some of Raw.
Alright.
One thing we actually have not said out loud yet.
Okay.
That I am a good booker, and I called this last week.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Bryan versus Triple H at WrestleMania, and if Daniel Bryan wins, he gets inserted into the WWE World Heavyweight title match. He's walking out champ.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any doubt?
No.
They're obviously he's going to beat Hunter because there's no way they add that stipulation.
He wasn't going to lose with that stipulation at all. They would have just had him.
I had Hunter winning, and then they added that stipulation.
And they threw that out the window.
And they threw it out the window for me.
Unless they're just trying to really get us mad.
Which I could see them doing. I could see them trying to do something like that.
Because they know, they could know that adding that stipulation would make us know he's going to win. And then they could just just drop and like, no, we just put that in there to make you saying that.
But here's my thing.
Like, if you want, just walks in, it's like Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, but reverse Triple H pedigrees, like the first second it's over, and it's just like, just nope.
Would Hunter let it go the other way, though?
With Bryan winning it like that short?
Bryan
No way.
off the ropes, knee plus?
No way would Triple H. I think you would rather quit than do that.
Bryan just a knee plus with an 18 second. What's the Mania record?
I think Kane beat Chavo at like 9 seconds for the
ECW title.
ECW title.
How epic would that be if they let Bryan go over Hunter?
In less than 9, that'd be hard.
Less than 9. Hunter's in the ring, Bryan slips under the ropes, knee plus, pin.
Never happened. It's not going to be a long match because I don't think they're going to want him to work too long. I mean, if anyone could, it'd be him because he can work. But it won't be like that 30-minute match because they're not going to have him wrestle an hour long at Mania.
Unless,
I can see it being like a 15, 16 minute
What
match.
if they have...
I mean, because it's a triple threat, so they can protect him a little bit, have him take a big...
They can protect him.
Have him take like a Batista bomb through a table and try to have him chill out for like 10 minutes.
Because I see the match starting, if it happens, because we still trust Hunter to actually lose.
Yeah.
I could see Orton and Batista instantly double teaming Bryan. Just write him off for a few.
Do you see Triple H interfering in the main event if he loses, or trying to prevent him from?
I'll give you Kane.
Well, do you think the authority having an influence on the main event? Is what
But
I'm
I
trying to
still
say.
see Bryan winning.
Me too. But I'm trying to. Do you think they try in that match to try to thwart him from winning?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I meant. More so than, the Triple H action. I mean, like some sort of something.
Yes. But here's my thing, though. Having Bryan win.
Oh, the crowd knows.
They're trying to launch, which they have.
The biggest yes chant.
The network. They're trying to launch. They obviously have the network launched, but they're trying to explode it. How amazing would it be to have Bryan win twice over Hunter, and then, like I said, and I still stand by this prediction: knee plus to Hunter, yes lock to Batista. The Superdome would explode.
They should throw Flair in the main event just so he can beat all of Evolution in one night. He's the only one missing. Make Flair the special guest referee.
That'd be epic. Can we trust Flair not to go rogue?
No.
Can we trust him not to go rogue?
He'd pull a Jeff Hardy and he'd come out to the ring as the ref drunk as hell.
Oh, that was fun. That was painful.
Yeah, that was bad.
That match was 1 minute and 18 seconds.
I just loved how mad
that match was 1 minute and 18 seconds, and it was a minute of Jeff going like this, trying to take his shirt off.
It was funny watching him try to get through the ropes because he's like, oh, ropes. I don't know how to. Like, he couldn't get through them.
He looked like Emma's gimmick.
Sting was so pissed.
Oh, because I haven't said this on the show yet. I love Paige.
Yeah, I don't think you said that yet.
I haven't said it for the show yet. I said it to YouTube when we were doing the intro, but I didn't say it on the air yet. I love Paige.
I think you said it last show.
I do. I try to say it every show. I said it on Cobra's Corner presents Sports Vortex yesterday.
You did.
Because I love Paige. I love her. Sorry, I was having a moment of Paige.
I was letting you have that moment.
I appreciate that.
So anyways.
What other matches are confirmed for Mania that we can go over in a couple seconds?
Not much. I think we went over most of them.
The only one we didn't go over was Undertaker versus Lesnar.
True.
know what bugs me? That people still say Lesnar has a legitimate shot to end the streak.
No. No. What planet are they on? There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
The last person I thought who had any shot of ending the streak
I thought it was Orton.
was Orton.
Yeah. Because he was the young upcoming guy. If you want to, really.
The cards, when they didn't have him win it,
Yeah.
did you actually hear Taker in an interview say the two people he wanted to have beat the streak?
Daniel Bryan, and I forget who the other one was.
No, I'm thinking of a different one.
Okay, then I don't know.
Or I should say the two times the streak almost ended.
Oh, one of them was Mark Henry.
One of them was Mark Henry.
Didn't he say he wanted like Kurt Angle to do it?
Yep.
Okay. Because I remembered what you were talking about when you brought it up. I think Mark Henry was supposed to, but then something happened like during like the build-up that like they like got cold feet and didn't want.
They got cold feet. It was just that.
Because the thing with Orton, if he ended it now, it wouldn't mean as much as if someone ended it today because it's like a huge. It's like a huge difference. Like that back then it was like I don't know 13 and 0. Now it's
He was
20.
13.
Now it's 21 and 0. So it's like it's a lot bigger.
If anyone is going to break the streak,
That's Roman Reigns.
it's Reigns.
Yeah.
Do you think
The second closest guy would be Bryan or Cesaro, and I don't see it, so it'd be Reigns.
Cesaro, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Because Cesaro, he's still young, but he's not nearly as young as Reigns.
I think I might be the same age. Because Reigns is like 28, 29. I think Cesaro's maybe like 30.
Cesaro's 33.
Reigns is definitely under 30, but I don't think he's close. I think he might be 29.
Reigns is 28.
28. Okay, so he's 5 years younger.
Cesaro turns 34 in December. Reigns turns 29 in May.
Okay.
But they need it to be like a young guy.
Yeah.
And they don't really have anyone who I see has like that high of a ceiling as Reigns. Reigns has everything. Is there anything he doesn't have, like any tool he doesn't have?
Not really. I can't think of any. Not any glaring ones.
Just give him like a senton to have a high rope move. He has everything.
Yeah.
Like he genuinely has everything.
Yeah.
He has that nice deep promo
I want to
voice.
see what his character looks like when he's out of the Shield, though. Because it's not going to be that. I want to see like what he wears. I want to see what like kind of music he has. I want to see like just like the package of what we're going to go with Reigns.
I'm really curious with that too.
Because we've only known Reigns as the Shield Reigns.
As the
Once
Shield
they
Reigns
break up,
on
he's obviously
camera.
not going to be keeping that persona.
Would love it if they all did, because they all fit that persona.
They
though.
would, but it's just not going to happen.
Yay!
It's gonna be weird watching them all wrestle without giant vests and armor on.
See, I honest to God
But I've seen
think
them-
Dean should keep it.
Dean looks good with it. So Rollins will he wouldn't, because
Rollins, does he go back to his trunks, or do you think he goes to the long tights?
I think he could go either, because he's obviously wearing that huge kind of like weighted gear is not good for someone like him because he's a high flyer, kind of weighs him down.
Except
Looks good in Reigns because he's just huge,
and it makes him look bigger.
It just makes him look jacked. If anyone would keep it, I would want to be him, but I wouldn't. Ambrose looks good in it too.
Ambrose, it fits his like psychoticness.
Ambrose would probably wear regular trunks though.
I'm hoping he keeps the.
Yeah. But it's what he wore normally during his NXT and days. And his,
I know. It's just
his,
he looks.
indie days.
It looks better on him now.
No, it does.
And I think WWE and work with this one. I think WWE would want him to keep it. Yeah, I saw that. I'm sorry. I think WWE would want him to. I'm sorry. I think WWE would want him to keep it because he is not the most jacked guy. So having him in the pants and the shirt
Makes him look bigger.
makes him look bigger.
Yeah.
Because I've always felt that way, where he looks bigger without it.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks
Bigger with it.
bigger with it on.
Yeah.
So, there's that. Okay, really quick, and we'll end the show on this. Right now, the confirmed card.
Mhm.
Pick your winners.
Okay.
The Battle Royal, we currently have Ryback, Axel, Big E, Sandow, Dolph, and Kovac. Just pick out of those.
Sandow.
I'll take Dolph.
Okay, that's fair. That's my second pick.
Cena versus Bray. Think they have the... give it to Bray?
I want them to. I don't see it.
Think they have
You know what? Yeah. I'm going to go Bray.
I'm going to go Bray too.
I'm going to go Bray. Because that's a good... He needs it more than... Cena doesn't need that.
Cena... Look at Cena's Mania career.
It's not as good as everyone thinks it is.
Not even close. No. Bray could benefit so much from it.
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
Bryan versus Hunter.
Bryan.
The Streak versus the Beast.
The Streak.
Taker.
Easy. That's
Triple threat.
like the easiest one.
Triple threat match.
Assuming
then that would be with Bryan.
Yeah, Bryan.
Without Bryan.
I doubt that happens.
See, here's the thing. No, because they're so... Now, you know why I'm convinced it's going to happen? Because they're both heels.
Because if they don't,
full-fledged heels.
If they don't, the build for that main event is the weakest build for any main event I've ever seen.
They're building it as Bryan involved.
Because if you're just looking at Batista versus Orton, that's the most horrendous build for a main event I've ever seen.
Question.
Yeah.
Let's just say something happens.
Okay.
Because I like to make stupid statements.
Alright.
Bryan loses. Punk gets inserted.
Okay.
Who wins that? Think they let Punk go over?
No. Probably Batista or something, and Punk feuds with him later.
I'm still saying Punk leaves in July, though.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. You gonna do Money in the Bank all over again?
Yeah.
Not gonna have the same impact this time, though. Actually, might.
Do you want me to do it? Because I can do the wrap-up quicker.
Yeah, whatever, go for it.
Alright. I will do the wrap-up because it's quicker for me. This was Cobra's Corner's new wrestling show, hosted mainly by Chris Hudson. You can follow him on Twitter at @chudson_22. I am his co-host today, Jason Lilly. Check out our regular show, Cobra's Corner presents Sports Vortex, on Mondays from 4 to 6. This, like I said, was Cobra's Corner's new wrestling show. Tuesdays from 11 to noon. We're live on WDJM 91.3 FM in the Framingham area. If anyone wanted to call in or wants to call into the shows later on today, the number is 508-626-4623. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cobra's Corner. Follow us on Twitter at Cobras_Corner. Follow us on Instagram at Cobras_Corner. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the recordings of our show. Just search Cobra's Corner. Filter by channels. We are the first one that pops up. And check out our website, www.cobras-corner.com, where we upload the podcast and we also post the videos of the show. And we give updates on everything, like how we changed into Sports Vortex and how that process will take place over time. And one last reminder, or not one last because it's me, I don't know how to do that. If anyone's interested in fantasy baseball help, advice, tweet us with the hashtag CCFantasy. We also have a fantasy baseball league through ESPN. If anyone's interested in joining, 5x5 standard scoring, head-to-head. Each cat, not most cats, wins. It's a 12-team league. We have 3 spots filled already. If anyone's interested, just message us and let us know. This was Cobra's Corner's new wrestling show on WDJM. Catch you guys Monday for Sports Vortex.
Anyway, so great show ahead. You want to get right into the, because we want to save most of our show for that interview.